As you can see, the greenhouse has been pretty much finished now. When we started last year, it was a little bit tough to get things done because we were within a week or so of planting out in the fields. As you can see, we had tomatoes in here, and up until 3 weeks ago, we thought maybe they were going to live through the winter, but then it got down to 2 degrees outside, and when it got down to 2 degrees, that was the end of the tomatoes. We thought maybe we would try some glads in here, but it takes a lot more irrigation, and of course in the wintertime it's hard to irrigate and not have things freeze up. Although I'm half tempted to get back at it again and really put some fertilizer to these things so that they'd green up and put out a flower. We had a lot of extra bulbs that we didn't have a place to plant, and I thought it'd be fun to put it in here. So far I've picked 4 flowers. As you can see and probably hear, there are fans running. There's a double layer of plastic over top of this, and they are used to insulate the greenhouse a little bit and make it easier to heat. We put in 7 beds, raised beds, to raise tomatoes and other things in. As you can see, we've got to get in here and clean all this stuff out. We didn't really get the heat in the building yet. If you go down to the other end here, we can see where the water comes into the building. And what we did is we built an insulated enclosure here that houses all the water equipment, and we didn't take any of that out because it's a real pain to disassemble and reassemble. We're hoping this season to use the greenhouse a lot more than we did last year, because we didn't get these tomatoes planted until way into July. Although we did still pick some tomatoes clear up right before Christmas, and they didn't taste quite as good as they might have, but they were still a whole lot better than we thought they would be. We made a mistake with the irrigation last year. That the tubes are too low in the media, and so we're going to make some adjustment with that. The other thing is, we've had a few critters in here and they've eaten some holes in the drip tape. We have some drip tape that's twice as thick that we're going to put into here. And right here, we're going to hang a furnace, and we're actually going to put heat into the beds so that we can keep them warm, and it'll radiate enough so that we could grow lettuce or spinach in here in the wintertime. So we're kind of excited about that. For an experiment, it didn't do too bad last year, but it really took us a long time to get this far. We still have the rest. If you look down at the other end on the wall, there's the electric panel. That's where the last video left off. We were running the electric in. Well, we put the electric in, and now we have the fans hooked up, and as you can see, there's conduit along the edge of the walls where we have outlets so that we can plug things in if we need to. We have circulating fans here that blow air down and back to keep the air moving in a circle around here so that we have good ventilation. In a greenhouse, if you don't let the disease in, you tend to have an environment that allows you to grow plants more easily. Next year, we're going to plant the tomatoes much closer together because we could have had twice as many tomatoes in here as we had, and hopefully we'll have plants starting in here by the 1st of March, Anna. So got to get some seeds planted. But at any rate, this is our first attempt at this to really turn a greenhouse into something that'll give us some vegetables to give to people early in the season. And I think it's come along pretty well. Today's a sunny day. It's the 6th of February, and it's probably 40 degrees or 50 degrees in here. So, and maybe even a little warmer than that. So that part is exciting, and we just are looking forward to seeing some good things happen. I noticed that some of these don't look that good, but it's interesting because there's the old corm. You can hardly see it there down on the bottom. And we have 2 bulbs. This one started, and even if this dries off, it would still put up another shoot and make a flower, and so will this one. So I'm going to put it back in here because we should be able to do something to get glads out of here very, very early in the season. So the experiment continues, even though it doesn't look like much right now.